Alright, what's up y'all? Today we're here with the good old week 6 of the Pokemon Community Players Draft League. I go against Javi. If you've been following the league and the recaps and whatnot, you will know Javi has a fucking threatening ass team, like, for real. His team consists of Tapu Koko, Kyurem Black, Mega Charizard X, Doublade, Crobat, Feraligatr, Hitmonlee, Acelgor, Virizion, Caracosta, Costa, and Steelix. Now they should be here about now, you know how it works. But really, the thing with Javi is, he likes to bring the same team of 6 with the same items, same movesets, same EV spreads, just about every week. So, there's about a 95% chance he just brings the same team he always brings versus me, but if I completely bank on that and he brings even one Pokemon that isn't on the list and I lose, I'm going to be up the fuck set. So, we're going to go ahead and prepare for everything. So when I look at his team, I noticed that Kartana with Swords Dance and 3 attacks just wrecks it. The only problem is, it gets outsped by Tapu Koko, Crobat, shit like that. Solution to the problem. Poke Aims, Timid, 19 attack IV set with Swords Dance so that I get the speed boost. Timid nature, by the way, too, if you didn't fucking notice. Yeah, I get the speed boost. So, SD up on, he has many things I can SD up on. So I SD up, kill something, get a speed boost, and then can proceed to go to work from there. So, I kind of built the team around a foundation of Akame sweeping once again. So, yeah, basically you really only have to invest in speed for this guy. So that means no attack investment. I was able to put it all completely in bulk, and I had just max HP, but I went down to 300 and put a little bit more into defense because the Kyurem he's been bringing every week is choice banded. So if he decides to switch it up and put a Scarf, just because I do have a fast-ass team, I will be able to live 2 Outrages. Choice banded Outrage, though, is a roll to 2-hit KO me, so I wanted to put some extra defense in there, and even then, still a roll, it's just a little more in my favor, but it does just give me a little more bulk just to help take, like, Brave Birds from Crobat and stuff, too, because I can't SD on Crobat, if he doesn't taunt, but we'll see. We will fucking see. So then, the other thing that stood out is that nothing on his team outspeeds Mega Beetle, and it actually puts in pretty decent work against his team. And I really only need 3 move slots, so I figured just as a backup sweeper, we can throw Fell Stinger on there, which did receive a boost in this generation. It used to be, I think, 25 power or something like that, but now it is 50. So it becomes 100 with adaptability, which is fucking strong. And yeah, so basically, if I can weaken something, then I can come in with this guy, Fell Stinger up, outspeed his entire fucking team, and just clean up. The only thing that doesn't die to the dual stab is going to be Crobat, and knock off at +3 kills guaranteed. If he's taking rocks and a little bit of chip damage, like some Brave Bird damage, knock off just kills straight up. It does like 40 to 55 or something like that. But we're trying to get +3. If Akame doesn't get the chance to SD, this thing can come in, just do it. Also, I sped crept his Tapu Koko, and the extra 120 HP EVs let me guaranteed live a +2 Adamant Aqua Jet. Now it has a 0.7, or it's like a 6.7, but basically the roll is like 92 to 100.7. So I say I have a guaranteed. There's always that little chance, but I'm not fucking worried about that. So, yeah, that's this guy. Then we have, as usual, the Focus Sash Magic Guard Sigilyph, Siggy. And this was basically, Javi is the person I drafted this Pokemon for. The way I play, I like to do like bulky offense, balance, something like that. But it's always nice if I am feeling a bit passive, like if I feel like my team is a little passive, then I'll just slap this bitch on there, and pretty much guarantees I can't be swept because it does get access to Whirlwind. So even if I don't have coverage to kill said Pokemon, I can just Whirlwind it out and good to go. And as you know, everything on Javi's team, again, Javi is known for his hyper offense. You see his team. Everything clicks SD, Dragon Dance, Shell Smash, fucking something like that, you know? Or just sets up hazards and dies. So I'm pretty confident in this being a good bring this week. It's just the standard shit: Psychic for Stab, Flash Cannon for Kyurem, Energy Ball for Caracosta, for Alligator, whatevs. Then we have Andre here, who is named after Andre in the league because he drafted this last year, and I was kind of jealous. I don't know, it was a cool ass Pokemon. It was wrecking shit all year, and I liked it. Whenever I had to play against it, it gave me the most problems out of anything else on his team, so I was like, you know what, next year I'm fucking drafting this bitch. And I did. So, you're probably looking at this EV spread, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? What in the balls is going on? Well, let me tell you. Let me learn you real quick. Basically, again, I just needed to outspeed his Tapu Koko and Crobat. If a fucking Selgor came, I wasn't too worried about it because Beedrill kinda walls. And with a little bit of HP investment, it's not gonna be able to Final Gambit me down. I mean, from max health, obviously, it still will, but hopefully I can weaken it a little bit. So, we speed creep Tapu Koko and Crobat, and we just throw all the rest into special attack. Just in case you wanted to bring Steelix, I do have the Flamethrower, Volt Switch, damage is always appreciated. But mainly, we are not adamant, but we're lonely, which is still plus attack, just minus defense, because 67, fuck it. And, yeah, this thing can revenge kill basically his entire team. Like, Crobat is not trying to take a Wild Charge, Tapu Koko is not trying to take an Earthquake, Kyurem is a bit of a problem, but I have other answers to Kyurem, so I'm not really too worried about it. But this thing will outspeed it and can do a solid amount with its moves, just depending on what kind of spread he runs. But again, it's usually 252 attack, 252 speed, jolly, or fucking hasty or something like that. Choice band. So I'm planning on having rocks up this whole game too, so hopefully it'll get whittled down and, you know, whatever. Then we have Diggy Smalls here, who is, it kind of looks like a lead Dug trio, but it's not, I promise. It has a specific purpose, and that is pretty much just to get up rocks and possibly Memento on something, just to help one of these two guys sweep a little easier. Now, my main plan is just to get up rocks and then fuck this thing. You know, he doesn't really, his Tapu Koko is already going to destroy me anyway, so it's doesn't make much sense to have a ground type around, especially when I have my, this guy here too, who does not mind switching in on a Dazzling Gleam at all. So, Stone Edge just to hit Crobat. Honestly, I wasn't even going to bring Stone Edge. I just had an extra move slot and was like, okay, fuck it. So, Earthquake, of course, just to trap things, and then Memento, Stealth Rock. Standard Diggy. Classic. Now here is our so-called Kyurem counter. Now, AB, just in case he wants to throw Ice Beam on his Choice Banded Kyurem, which I actually believe he does have, but, you know, just in case. I have Intimidate. Banded Kyurem still one-shots me, even though I have Intimidate and I am max HP. So, even if I was max defense, it still OHKO'd me, so I just threw it all into attack and figured I could at least get off a big ol' fat-ass Mach Punch on it for that solid 25%. But, whittling, you know, that's what I'm talking about, whittling. Again, this is all just trying to get stuff in range for Akame and LB, because, like I said, with that HP investment, if he's locked into Outrage, I can set up with it. I can set up on it with Akame. So, Rapid Spin, just to keep the Sash intact, as well as, you know, LB here doesn't really like rocks very much, and I imagine this guy's going to be volting around all game, so he's not going to want the residual damage. So, Close Combat, just for stab, I guess, just in case. And then Earthquake, because with the Assault Vest, I'm guaranteed to live a Life Orb Modest Dazzling Gleam. And Earthquake, if he always runs a Life Orb, so Earthquake after a Life Orb hit, guaranteed kills. So that's, I'm pretty hard prepped for the 6 that I think he's going to bring, but I have kind of just some stuff just in case. Now, if he does bring Unburden Hitmonlee, I'm going to have to save Dougie for that. And even then, he can't be the one to get faked out, so it'll probably have to be like, you know, some switching and whatnot. Probably have to sack Hitmontop or some shit. Steelix, I got Flamethrower, and if it's Javi, he's probably going to bring like an Explosion set or something, so really I can just like knock it off and then U-turn out or something, you know, some shit like that. Again, a Stelgor doesn't give me too much problems. It is fast as fuck, and if I don't keep stuff in the back, it can sweep me late game if I let everything get weakened and rocks get up and all that bullshit. But yeah, Doublade not worried about, can live a +2 Shadow Sneak with Beedrill. Same thing with the like the Aqua Jet. Akame doesn't really mind very much, even though I don't have stuff to hit it. I can at least weaken it a little bit, even though it's not going to be doing much. But it doesn't really matter. I I don't lose to it, especially with Diggy Smalls here in the back. And Intimidate as well. And then Charizard. I think if there's one Pokemon that he would swap out for, it would either be the Steelix or the Charizard. So I just don't have a lot for Charizard, but I do outspeed with not only Akame but LB. Siggy's always here, can Whirlwind it out. It's not going to want to take Earthquakes or Volt switches or whatever if it hasn't Mega Evolved, and then rocks are going to fuck it up. Also, I guess Stone Edge would definitely hit a Charizard too, that's what that does. But yeah, that's going to be the team builder. We'll jump right into the battle. So here we are with the battle, and as you can see, he did bring his standard 6, so I was ecstatic when I saw that. Makes the whole process a hell of a lot easier for me. I had already decided that LB was going to be my lead no matter what. I accidentally brought the Mega Evolved pre-one, even though I was the one that had to make a post in the chat about not doing it. But hey, we all fuck up, and it doesn't get any defense boost, as Chris mentioned anyways, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. And I'm fucking leading off with it, so fuck off, man, you know? Just, Jesus, get out of my face. So, he's in with the Caracosta. This was one of those times where I really wish Beedrill was just a little bit stronger, because if I could knock it off and then kill it with Fell Stinger, then I would win right off the back. Like, it wouldn't be fair. But unfortunately, the calc, I had pre-calced it, but I did at the time just to make sure, like, just praying, hoping that knockoff plus Fell Stinger would kill. It does not, so fuck it, even at -1 after the Shell Smash. So I figured I'm just going to be a little cocky right off the bat. I know he's Shell Smashing. I know what this man does. So we just knock off that weakness policy just to ensure that he didn't get more boost than necessary, you know? So now I know I can live in Aqua Jet, and I decide to just go for the U-turn and pick up the kill. Live with 3%, which is a pretty high roll, honestly, but I'm not worried about it. He didn't have anything that has rocks, so this is going to be good to go. I think Crobat as well as Virizion get Quick Attack, and I know you get Aqua Jet, but I know he's not running it on his Dragon Dance set. So Beedrill should be good to go as long as I'm careful. So this is I know I already showed the turn, but I can set up with Beedrill again on Virizion. So if I can just weaken this to below 55%, that's the min roll with Jolly Fell Stinger. So I get up my rocks, I outspeed, and I just go for the EQ, and it does do enough to weaken. So he's gonna knock me down to my stash. I don't really care. Probably should have clicked Memento, but not doing that. I'm trying to get Beedrill some motherfucking kills in this bitch. I think he knows what I'm up to, though. I do remember, actually, when Oris came out and Mega Beedrill was introduced, I do remember having a conversation about Fell Stinger Beedrill with him. And I believe I brought it, I think I brought it week 1, so he was probably wary of it, however the fuck you say that word, I don't know. I usually see it written, so I don't know, you know? But, so he brings in the Crobat, which was very sad for me, because if I could have got that Fell Stinger, that would have been the coolest fucking thing. But he brings in the Wall, which I probably should have predicted, but oh well. And I just hard switch out, even though I know I outspeed. I didn't want him to be Scarf. I know he had shown Black Sludge, but I wasn't thinking about that. I was like, I'm not taking any fucking chances. I'm getting out of here. If he wanted to be like super cheeky and he brought like Rocky Helmet Kyurem or something and just kill me, that would be fucked up. But yeah, just in case, I just switch out. Didn't really think about it hard into Evire. I am Scarf, max attack, plus attack boosting nature. He has no switch-ins to this. Virizion is nice and weakened. Crobat just dies, but that does reveal to him that I'm Scarfed. So he goes into Kyurem, right? And, oh shit. I always do that. But Javi's the kind of guy that doesn't have a problem making predictions, but 90% of the time he's just going to attack what's in front of him. So in my head, I'm going to Wild Charge to get some damage on Kyurem, and he's going to lock himself into Outrage, and then I set up with Kartana. But he actually predicts me, I guess, to go hard into Kartana, and reveals the Hidden Power Fire right here. And crits me back, so that's all fair. It's kind of funny how we did about the same damage to each other. He goes into Tapu Koko, gives me the Electric Terrain with my Scarf fucking Electivire, and takes a little bit less than half. Now, I didn't calc it or anything, but I get the roll here, and it's just kind of fucked up. Again, I'm just trying to sack my Evire. Just let me sack it, Javi. Just let it die. I'm trying to get rid of it. I don't want it. I need it, but I'm just clicking Wild Charge, man. You gave me Electric Terrain. Shit is going down. Then Virizion comes in. He's not taking it. And I live on 1 fucking %, which is insane. So he's forced to go to Kyurem and take another, even more strong this time, Wild Charge and I die, I get to see what he locks himself into. If he wanted to lock himself into Hidden Power Fire, then I could play around it, maybe just, you know, close combat with Hitmontop and then do something, and then maybe finish the game off with Sigalith. But he does just go straight for the Outrage, and I know he's banded because when he tried to predict me earlier, he switched out rather than just, you know, attacking again, so I know he's choice in one way or the other. And since my Electivire outsped, I was Choice Scarf Electivire, but not like 252 speed. So the reason for that was I kind of wanted to use Electivire to gauge whether or not kyurem was Scarf or not. So basically I had it set to where if he was Scarf, then at least I would have some way to find out without like having a Frisk Mon or knocking it off or something, because Javi doesn't like switching. He switched one time this game and I was amazed. But yeah, he's locked into Outrage. I have Kartana. Again, I'm bulky as fuck. I can just SD right the fuck up here and then get my speed boost, and that doesn't matter. But with Timid 19 attack IVs, Leaf Blade isn't guaranteed kill on Gator. It's like 60%, but still I'm thinking differential here, so I just go hard for the Swords Dance. Eat that Outrage, which still does a lot. Banded kyurem Outrage does not fuck around. Good golly gee goddamn willikers. And yeah, I show off my Z move just because I'm a dick, and then I get the attack boost. And I go back and I realize that upon entering Showdown, like every time you open up Showdown, I guess, it resets all the IVs to whatever the fuck it thinks is going to be necessary. So I had Timid Nature, 0 attack with 31 IVs in attack. So I do get the fucking attack boost, but at this point it didn't matter. Thank God the game didn't play out differently, because we are set to just kill this guy with our +3 fucking Kartana. And we do take the win 4-0. GG Javi, that was fucking awesome. I'm so glad that I didn't look like an idiot whenever my Kartana didn't get the what's it called? The speed boost, so then I just died to Tapu Koko or something. That would have been so fucked up. Oh man. I did have Beedrill to revenge it, but still it would have just been heartbreaking, you know, like nothing kills a boner like a missed opportunity to sweep. Quote me. Anyways, that's gonna just about do it. We'll see you guys next time, and bye forever.